Hello everyone, this is Pedro Lara, artist, comic book artist. I am doing digital inkings for my Webtoon canvas, 6 units Realms by Carlos Orozco, with scriptwriter, and Pedro Lara, that's myself. This comic entry is going to be the entry for the call to action Webtoon canvas contest. I'm doing digital inking on Clip Studio Paint uh, over my own art. You're welcome to send questions or comments through the chat, and I would love to respond to any inquiry you may have. I will try to teach you something while I'm drawing, but it's going to be a long stream, probably more than 2 hours, probably 3 hours or more. So welcome. Thank you for watching. Okay, let's continue. Here, this is the pencils. Set them as a colored layer. So inking is going to be easier. New vector layer for line art. Okay, a little bit thicker line. That's great. Let's start. So these are soldiers that were captured by these zombies that were invading this town. The call to action contest is a contest where you create a action comic. Oh, what's that? Thank you very much. It's shop 707. Thank you very much for your subscribe. I am transmitting or streaming broadcasting this on Twitch and on YouTube, so you can follow me in any of those channels. I think the advantage of YouTube is that this is going to be safe forever, and the Twitch stream, I think is deleted after a couple of weeks. But you can follow me on any channel you want. That is Pedro Lara Artist on YouTube, Pedro Lara Draws on Twitch. Okay. So this guy has like a little bandage there. He's happy that reinforcements are coming to save them. And the zombie is wondering like, what the hell? Okay, if you want to know my inking settings for this, is nothing special at all. I'm doing the default G Pen on Clip Studio Paint. Default settings, nothing special. Hi, it's Shop. Hi, how you doing? It's a great day here in Costa Rica. Probably it's going to rain really hard later. I live in a tropical forest, so rain is strong here. I'm trying to stay in the 100%. You cannot see it, but this is the 100% zoom for the art. I will try not to zoom it too much because that will make me make more details that probably nobody's going to see it, and it's going to make me waste time. That is a good advice that I may tell you if you allow me. Uh, Try to draw at 100% as much as possible when you're doing digital. Just treat it like it is traditional media. And obviously, if you need to add some special detail, or your eye, your strain, your eye, making a lot of effort with your eyes because of the lack of zoom, you can zoom it obviously, but the idea is to try to keep it at 100% most of the time. You're going to do right. You're going to do just fine. And I am drawing this, I think, 3 times over what's the resolution allow allow it on Webtoon canvas. So probably like this, not less. Like this is what is going to show on Webtoon canvas. So working at 100% is already zoomed in compared to the Webtoon canvas resolution. Probably I'm overdoing it, but this is what I got. This is it. It's already done. Already started. I'm doing like the 36 or 37 frame. 36 frame. My story is about 90 frames. So this is a little bit beyond 1/3 of the comic. I got to hurry up. To hurry up a lot because I am a little bit behind of a schedule. So I may draw the faces really nice and the rest of the body really fast. That's the idea, or that's the plan. Also, these are not main characters, so the effort that I'm going to put into drawing them is not going to be as much as if they were main characters. The main characters gets a little bit of extra, just a little bit. Okay, so this guy is done. See, fast, fast and furious. Stupid movies. Okay, this guy is also like, oh yes, they are going to get it right now. Mhm. Really fast. No time for fancy stuff. These are soldiers of this village, but this is people that lives in this village. So, and the village is big, but it's not too big either. So it's not massive. So these guys may even train together, or even be neighbors, or school friends, whatever. Friends from college, work the land on their families, properties, business. They know each other, all the guys. There are women soldiers also. I have drawn some of them in some of the panels. It's not just a male army. It's an army made of the people of the village, including some women. But it's like a ratio 10 to 1. For each 9 guys, actually, yeah, like 9 to 1. With each 9 guys in the army, probably there is one girl in the army. It's not very common. Okay, really fast. These guys are disarmed and captured. Some of them have injuries, so probably what this means, attended injuries. Probably what this means is that the zombies raided or attacked a nursery, maybe a nursery is the name, or a hospital where the recently wounded soldiers were being attended, and also they were more, what's the word for that? Like weekend. I forgot the word. Doesn't matter. Okay, this guy is almost gone, probably unconscious or already dead. When I'm in this comic, when I'm drawing like a dead person or severely injured one, uh, I try not to detail it very much because I don't want the readers to focus on the violence. I want the readers to focus on the action. I don't want them, if if they have if they ask if you ask them the question what you just read, they will not I will not want them to say I just read a really violent comic. I want them to say I just read a very action oriented comic. That's the plan. So the violence takes a second seat. Even though when you are doing action is pretty normal or pretty common, and there is bound to be some violence in there, but you can shift the focus, the attention from the violence using several tricks. One of that is just don't make the violence very prominent in your drawings. You can focus on the movement, in the action, in a lot of other things. So this guy probably is not dead, probably is unconscious, but it's not like the main focus of the drawing. I think the main focus of the drawing is these facial expressions and this zombie, and eventually with the colors, the explosion that is going behind them, going on behind them. What is happening? And to shade this a little bit is to indicate that he's nailing over. Vulnerable was the word. They were more vulnerable. Sorry for all the English speaking people that is watching me. My English suck. I am from Costa Rica. I speak Spanish. Spanish. I speak Español. Español. But I am not a very good speaker in Spanish either because I am an introvert. A lot of artists are introverts. That is a trait that happens a lot. Artist equals introvert. Was this 3D art? Did I use 3D art in this? Oh no, I didn't. Well, it looks really well. I was sure I used a 3D art for this, but it seems I didn't. So these are not 3D models. This is just my normal pencils, like drawing like a normal human being. I use 3D models mostly for the main characters because I want to keep it very consistent with the main characters. So these are 3D models. Let me show you. See, bam. Those are 3D models that I can pose. So I pose them. I have different models for each character saved with different measures and stature, like height, and muscle density and everything. Even the dog is posable. You can pose it. And then after that, I draw the pencils Obviously, when I do the pencil, like especially with this dwarf character, you can see that here the 3D model is basically just for having like a guidance of where is the head, where is the hands. But when I draw it, is I draw a lot of things on top of it. So basically, the model is barely used, and I also add all the face expressions, all the clothing, all the lights and shadows. Sometimes I follow the shadows on the 3D model, but I prefer to add my own shadows. So the 3D models also they are not dictating a lot, but you can see that these are 3D models because the the girls like look alike from each one scene from the other. Okay, that helps me a lot to keep everything consistent. In this case, it seems I didn't use 3D models, just regular classic pencil. Well, not classic. The pencil is digital, not 100% classic, but I can do digital. Sorry, I can do traditional media. The problem with traditional media is that you go slower. That would be my main issue. You go slower because there is no undo. You cannot undo. You have to go take your eraser, start erasing. If you want to copy paste something, it's a little bit more difficult. You can do it. You can scan and then print and then paste. You can do it, but it's a little bit more difficult. And so the digital is just faster and easier. I don't know if I may say easier. I think it's just faster. Just faster is the same. It's the same complexity. In fact, if I feel like the digital pencils are way too different than the traditional art, I may do some tweaks on the software if it's possible, or change completely the software as I am doing here. I change from Photoshop to Clip Studio Paint. Change completely the software because I want a software that looks and feels almost like the real thing, like the real pencils. I don't want it to feel digital, to feel fake. So some people, when they see these pencils, they look so real. All the traces and everything looks like real pencil. Obviously, blue not, but like this looks like a real pencil that has been scanned. So some people think that I did the pencil on traditional and then I scanned it. And I did it on digital, but I like to look for digital that looks and feels. And when you're drawing, it's almost like you're drawing in traditional. And the same goes for the inks. The inks on Clip Studio Paint are so good that I just use it the default one, just the default ink. It's good enough. So when you have your hands tied in the back and you have a jacket or something, it always gets bumpy here, like behind your shoulders. Man, you got to know those details if you're doing a comic. You got to know all the details. All the damn details. This is a little bit bumpy on the back. But Pedro, you didn't add a lot of bumpiness here. Just as because I forgot. Nobody's going to notice. Only you because I just told you. Let's close the gaps for future painting. Okay, this is almost done. This is going to be almost black. But I am not fill it with black. This guy, yes, it's going to be filled up with black. And there is a sixth character here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So let's add a little bit of bumpiness here in the back. See? Because you're like compressing all the back side of your jacket. So not a lot of details. So this uh, figure doesn't mess up a lot with this guy that is on top, on front, in front. Just insinuate what the hell is happening, and that's it. Something like that. So 6 guys already. I'm going to save just in case not lose my job here. Sorry, not lose my progress. Not to lose my progress. Okay, the stream is going fine. Just double checking. How is everything? How's everybody? It's going. It hasn't started even. It's half an hour. This is nothing. Half an hour is nothing. In drawings. Sorry there. The water. Okay. So I want these zombies to have like a little bit of a skin, but not too much. It's like the skin is all dried up. Their bodies, the nose fell. Some of the teeth still remain, some not, some don't. And they are a little bit random. These guys have like random crystals uh, protruding from their heads and shoulders and the back. Probably someone here. See, they are a little bit random. Random antagonist characters. Just like that. That's going to be the face. Let's make some crystal in here. Another crystals in here, it seems. This one has crystals on the hip. And when all your skin dries up, your muscles shows up a lot. It's not that you're muscular, it's just that everybody has muscles. The problem is that they are covered with fat. So you cannot see the muscles, but the muscles are there. Otherwise, you will not be able to move. But the muscles are there. And who knows? These zombies could be fallen soldiers that were later zombificated through a magical process. So if you are using soldiers, the soldiers train a lot actually, so they could have musculature. That would be something normal. I made here. This is a mistake. This is a mistake. This is like going to sideways. It's a mistake. It's like going sideways. So what I'm going to do is not make the leg that thick. It's like this. And let's make these crystals here. Like this. Zip. Always ask yourself the three basic questions when doing a comic. It's just three basic questions when you're doing drawings or when you're doing the inks. In any stage of the process, you can ask these three questions, and depending on the answers, you may proceed with your comic. The first and the most important question is this badass? Is this entertaining? Does this look badass? Does this look, I don't know, rad, cool, whatever word? I'm old, so I don't know what's the new slang. Whatever word you use to describe something that is uh, really appealing to your mass audience. So let's say that you're making an action comic, it should be really dynamic and really uh, full of energy, right? So I just use badass because I like that. So I ask myself, does this look badass? If that looks badass, then okay, keep it up, keep it like that. Don't change, don't change it. Badass is good enough. It can be, it can be that the drawing is not properly drawn, is not, it doesn't have the right perspective or doesn't have the right anatomy, but it's looking badass, and badass trumps wins against any other criteria. Badass is what you should do all the time. Just two characters having a conversation casually. If they look badass, you're a master. You're doing great job. Okay, probably it's not badass. Probably it's just two characters having a conversation, and it's a little bit boring. So the second question is this drawn properly? Is this drawn technically correctly? Technical correct, right? Does this have good anatomy? Does this have good uh, shadows, good lighting source? Does this have good composition? Everything is aligned perfect. Well, not perfect, but properly. Is there nice perspective over there? Does the scene reads and is readable? Like a person can see the scene and without a text, they can figure it out what the hell is happening. If you can answer that question with a yes, okay, you don't have to do anything. You're set. You're good. It's drawn properly. It's not badass, but it's drawn properly, so it works. Okay. Also, it's a good idea to mix up a little bit of boring, not so exciting, with exciting. Like you can see, this thing is not so exciting. This one is very static, and then boom, this guy start shooting and making a pirouette and jumping in circles and pieces and blood start going all over the place. So it's super dynamic. So I did like three, probably more, four uh, frames. Really boring because its action was going to explode. So it's okay. It's okay if you have some boring panels, but the reason you have some boring panels is because you are going to make some badass panels really soon. Don't give me 20 boring panels and then one or a couple of cool panels. That sucks. That looks like shit. Don't do that. Okay? So, the first question, it is badass that triumphs over everything. The second question, it is drawn properly then. Okay? And the third question, if you cannot answer those with a yes, the third question will be, does this look like shit? If you ask yourself, does this look like shit? And the answer is yes, it does look like shit. It's not properly drawn, doesn't have good perspective, the the anatomy is not working, probably the scene is, the composition is boring, is too stiff, and the readability is not there either. People cannot tell what the hell is happening, even if I explain it to them. So if it does look like shit, you have to do, you have two things that you can do. You can do a little bit of both or just one of the other. If it does look like shit, you can fix it. Just fix it. See what is the thing that is not working. It is the anatomy, okay, fix the anatomy. It is the perspective, okay, fix the perspective. It is the lights and shadows, it's not working. Fix the goddamn light and shadows. Go ahead, fix it. Fix it. If you cannot fix it because there is a lot of fuck there, like you fucked it up, there's more than two things that are not working. The anatomy is not working, the composition is not working, and the perspective is not working. Okay, that means draw it again from scratch. Draw it again from the scratch in one, and when you are doing it, when you are drawing it again from the scratch, you are asking these questions again. You are asking to yourself, does this look badass? Does this look okay? And the answer should be yes in any of those. If the answer is yes on both, in both, like, does this look badass, and this look properly drawn? Does this look like a technically correct drawing? And if the answer is yes, man, you're a master artist. Probably most of your drawings are or badass or properly drawn. Probably you're almost there. So there is a lot of rubble here, a lot of pieces of the houses, pieces of the buildings that exploded or were destroyed. Does this look like shit? No, it doesn't look like shit. Does this look like properly drawn? I think it looks properly drawn. I think it looks nice. Does this look badass? No, I wouldn't make a poster of this frame. This is not a poster. Probably this is a poster where there's all the characters fighting against the zombies, and um, stones and fire and bullets are flying. Okay, this is badass. Probably this is a poster. This not. This is just a transitional frame. So it's not badass. Does it look good? Yes, I think it does look good. Just picking a little bit the lines, make it a little bit stronger, so the character reads better, like he's in the front line. See? Because I'm going to later paint all this with digital watercolors, so it's going to look like an anime. Let me show you. It's going to look like this. Yes, like this, like a real anime. Like nice watercolors, digital watercolors, and cell shaded characters. Really nice, really nice looking. Okay, so when I'm drawing the stones, I ask him the same questions. It may surprise you, or even with a stone, I'm asking, does this stone looks badass? Probably it doesn't look badass. It's just a stone. Okay, doesn't look badass. That's fine. Does this look properly drawn? Like it looks like a 3D object. Does it have like a front, a top, a side, another side, and a bottom? Yeah, it does. I'm thinking of those things when I'm drawing it. So okay, it's properly drawn. Nothing to do. Let's keep going. Next one. Does this look like a real object? Like a stone? Somebody can see it and say, hey man, is, is that a stone? If they figured out that your intention was to draw a stone, it's properly drawn. If they are like, is this a backpack? Is this a guy right there in the bottom, in the background? No, no, it's not a guy. It's a stone. That stone looks like shit, man. So you better have to fix it. Okay, some smoke over here. This frame is almost ready. Almost ready. Have to draw all the background elements. And drawing the backgrounds generally is a pain in the ass. But let's see what happens here. So see, I am thinking here like the smoke twirls, twirls, and then goes up. So I'm thinking on the twirling. See, this one didn't twirl, just rise up normally in the air. Normally. How's everything going? Is everything okay with the live stream? Okay, 47 minutes. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much. Listen and notes. Sorry, somebody was asking me some question about a drawing, how much it's going to take, and such. I need to attend these things because if you wanna hire me for drawings, I can do it. 1 second. Asking questions. Sorry, answering questions. 1 second. One second. Okay, almost there. I think this is going to be easy. It's just a simple ceiling. Reduce a little bit thickness of the pencil. Yes. Some straight lines. Try to never use ruler. I have to on some special occasions, but I just try to never use it. And train yourself to do strike lines. Just move it with your elbow and your shoulder really fast. And you get a strike line. And you can even make it parallel, but at a certain angle. This has a perspective, so these lines are going to merge eventually somewhere. Okay, 1 second. That's nice. One second. Okay, let's keep going. It's a friend that was he's doing an illustration. He was asking me what does it look like, and I always help my friends. Always help my friends. What is this guy talking about? This, I don't know. Yeah. Second. Okay, this I don't want to render it too much. This comes something here, like house, building, a bit thicker at the bottom, some windows, probably the windows are a little bit inset in the building. These are smaller windows. Some detail in there. Same thing happens here. What's going on? One second. This is like a statue of a wolf head. This is the Wolf Head Town. That's the name. And guess what? There are statues of wolf heads all around. Okay. I don't even know if this perspective is okay. I think these lines are wrong. These lines. This is wrong. B. This should be like the. I think the camera is a little bit down because we're almost at the level of these guys, probably around here is the camera. So this is our horizon level. So here, this may go. This may go like straight, and then a little bit going to the going like this. Not that much, but like this, something like this. Something like this. See, you keep asking yourself, does this look okay? Is this properly drawn? Okay, so the thing is, the cannons start shooting at the attackers, and This is a huge cannon, really huge. Like this is the size of a building, and so this thing like laser beam is in fact really thick. I'm going to draw to use, yes, for this. Yes, I will need straight lines. Straight lines. Because there is no way I can make something as straight as a laser freehand. It's not way. No way. So this is going to be something like that. See? Really straight, really artificial looking line. Laser. And some kind of explosion over here. Some kind of explosion happening. Okay. Let's see 1 second. Okay. Just 1 second. Just checking social networks. Everything okay? Somebody tagged me. And I think they are friends. I don't know. I don't want to make. Let's draw again. See what I meant? Fix it, and if it's not fixable, just draw it again. This is the thing. I don't want house in the background to have the same angle as the laser because it looks weird. I want the laser to cross the scenery, so it's going to be more evident what the hell is happening. So we have established this is the back, this is the horizon line, but I'm going to make the house almost 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 straight, almost straight facing, something like that, almost straight facing. So the ray is going to cross, coming across scenery. See, something like that. Probably here. Just making some divisions. It's like a wireframe, like a wireframe drawing, very architectural drawing. Architecture drawing is all about perspective. That's the only thing that you need. Perspective probably, and and line art, like good line work. Yeah. So house is almost facing. think this needs more like this. But I'm not going to draw it again, and this is where the technology helps. It's going to be like that, something like that. See, technology. Something like this, and let's make something that the scriptwriter told me that this town has like flowers everywhere. So I'm going to make flowers, some flowers in here, like flowers in the middle of the destruction and all the rubble. See? And here I will just make like the insinuation of the shape of some buildings. It's not going to be great, and I think it's a little bit not properly drawn. What is going on? Okay, this I think. Something like that. So they are like close to this house. I think the houses look small. I think that's the problem. But we gotta move on. We gotta move on. When I place the text over it's going to look a little bit different. Oh, somebody's calling me. 1 second. Hello, I'm back. Okay, this doesn't look really straight. Should add a little bit. If I make this, it's going to look bigger. But then this house is going to look smaller, really small. So no, I think it should just stay like this. Okay. Told you guys, backgrounds is a pain in the ass. So this doesn't look as hot as I wanted to. I think it will serve the purpose of making you believe that you're looking at a village. I think that's what has been accomplished here. That's what has been accomplished. You're looking at a village. Mm. So there are some flowers in there. Not very detailed, not something that you will say, "Oh my God, look at those flowers." But you can read. Okay, there's flowers in there. Okay, and this, I don't want the lines to converge exactly. Something a little loose there. Maybe some kind of cloud in the sky. And let's see, how does this look like? Does this look like shit? I think it doesn't look like shit. The building look a little bit smaller, but let's say it's a little bit far behind. But if it were a little bit far behind, the perspective wasn't that harsh. So the perspective, the farther away the objects, the perspective goes flatter. That's a typical rule. So when you see like a far distant city, you almost see everything like just one side. You almost see all the buildings like this because it's super far away. So the perspective is not, the perspective goes flat. But if you are close to the city, closer to the city, you start looking to the buildings like this. See, you start seeing a lot of perspective in those buildings because you're closer. Perspective goes more angular. Yeah, I told you I'm going to teach you something. I'm going to teach you stuff. So these guys are on the floor, but they doesn't look a lot like they are on the floor. I'm going to draw some like insinuation of shadow is going to ground them a little bit more and make some textures in the floor so it looks more like they are on the floor. The floor probably has suffered a little bit of damage from explosions and whatnot. So it's just very quick, nothing too detailed, nothing to write home about. I think that's it. Yeah. Yeah, this looks bad. This looks really bad because this perspective is not going to work. This is not going to work. It's just, let's just hide it. Hide it with more stones and shit. And that's it. Yeah, I think I didn't take into consideration this perspective and in the floor. So yeah, this should be higher in the floor level probably is down there. Is way down. So these stones probably are not in there or should not be in there. Stones would be floating in the air. Yeah, I fucked that up. So let's just hide it. Hide the floor. Something like that. It helps to have a lot of rubble. It helps to have a lot of shit going on. Okay. Don't know if this is going to show up after I place the text, but at least some of that explosion is going to be seen in between the lines of text. So I think that looks better. Or doesn't look as bad. Okay, what was the test? Help is coming. Finally, they made it. Is this in the script? Or did I made it up? Okay, two guys talking. But I am splitting it into two guys talking. There's like one guy talking here, and the other one like talking here. I'm going different layer. The other guy is like talking here. One one's talking here. The other one is like talking here. Or should I make it over there or over there? Somewhere, somewhere to hide my mistakes. I want to see the explosion. I want to see the explosion. I want to see the laser. So maybe like this and like this. Let's see if this works. 50, 50. Okay, up is coming. Finally, they made it. This is okay. Getting smaller, something like this. Something like this, and we can do it. They came back for us. Okay. Yes, you can do it. Do it, Timmy. Why is this not center? Oh. Good. Back for us. Yes, you can make it. You can make it. Okay. So we'll check. Is this right? Yes. Is this 50% line? 59 width? Yes. Okay. Let's make the balloon tails. This guy is stuck in here, and this guy is stuck in here. It's going, they finally made it. So now that I add the balloons, the perspective doesn't look as wonky around here. That was the idea. Can hide a little bit of the errors because it's not perfect at all. It's not perfect. Make it work. I'm sorry, this is zombie black, and should be a raster layer, and it should be 70%. This is the reference layer, and ink zombie. So will ink the zombie. The let's make this a little bit bigger so it's not so annoying. Okay, let's see. So messages. I'm getting messages. Mm, I think business is let one second. I will be right back. Just hold on. I need to answer some messages. This stream is the regular day of an artist. You have to understand. Have to respond to some potential clients' requests and inquiries about my prices and how much it's going to take to have this done and all that stuff. So I'm answering that real quick. Okay? So gotta see the proposals. Or less. Minimum. It's a little more. Good. Edit. Yes. Vision. More or less. Sorry, guys, I had to answer a couple of messages, work related. I have to eat. Artists eat. That's something that people has a little bit of a trouble grasping that concept. They think art is for free. They think art is super cheap, like cheaper than a coffee, cup of coffee on Starbucks or a meal at McDonald's. They think it's super cheaper than that, cheaper than those things. Art, something that is made with your heart, blood, and tears, is cheaper than McDonald's. I cannot convince people to pay for my comics. It's almost impossible. They want them for free. So here you got it for free. Watch me doing it for free. This is almost. No, I think it's ready. It's almost ready. I think this is ready. It took a while. I think the time waster, 1 hour and a half. The time waster was the background. Background was the time waster. Black layer, raster. Okay. G. Wanna make probably some hard shadows here. I don't know if anywhere else. Probably here. I don't know. Maybe here. Maybe here. After the hard shadows, this is ready. One frame done. One frame ready. How is everything going on the streams? It's fine. Yeah, microphone is going okay. Microphone is fine here. Yes. Okay. You can listen. I'm going to thank everybody for watching. For watching. Still a lot more to draw. Okay. So now the guys are just and the gals are just standing there waiting and saying, "This should be your or time to enter and attack, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The sixth guy says, "I'm not going to wait for you, slow pokes, and just start kicking ass." So that's the next scene. We're going to start with the guy at the front. What is this layer? Probably is this. Yes. Going to make it something like this. Something like this. Because I want to draw this one on a different layer and make it transparent. Like he just flew. I'm probably going to use a blur, like a Gaussian blur, once it's colored. Once it's colored. So on top of all of that, I'm going to make a pink layer. Proceed to ink. Dwarf guy. Red eyes. Armor. Very fast drawing. Not too much time to make things very detailed. Just fast inks. Very fast inks. Need to make black layer. Dark red. This one anchor. Boom. See, so this is going to look like this. Like this. This guy has a lot of spot blacks because his armor is black. But I don't know if I'm going to make. Probably yes, since it's already here. Oh my god. Something fast. See? Really fast. Since I already have the information drawn there, it's going to be faster to draw. I already made the pencils really detailed, so I can just go sliding over here with the inks really fast. That's a big cigarette here. is connected to his mouth through this small window on his armor. Small window on his armor. See, this is going to be black because it's in shadows. So I'm thinking he's a dwarf, so they go mining, and so I thought to incorporate some kind of headlights or light in his armor, so like he can light his path, and when he's, I don't know, traversing mines and underground tunnels and things like that. Probably he may have very good uh, night vision, probably, since he is a dwarf that spent most of his life underground. So he may have very good night vision or vision in the dark, right? But still, a little bit of help may be appreciated. A little bit of help to see in the dark, in the darkest places of the world. It probably have nice night vision, but it doesn't have absolute pitch black vision. That would be my point. Mhm. The voice more difficult to draw the main characters. They have more detail, more stuff going on. Their armors, their clothes, their details, more interesting looking characters. Still, I'm going to try to make the drawing as fast as possible. There is not too much time left. Not too much time. Where's this? What did I draw there? Let's just make black shapes. If you are in doubt, fill it with black. If you're in doubt, fill it with black. And it will look badass. Check it out. See? It looks badass. Just fill it with black. I think this guy looks very Capcom. Very like Mega Man-ish. Very, I don't know, video gamey design. Very video game design oriented. Very video game design oriented. No, no, no. This is like this. Mhm. So, I think it's time to draw the gun, the flamethrower. Flamethrower. I'm going to modify a little bit my angle so my straight lines are more line. He doesn't have the hand in the trigger. He has the hand over the trigger. He don't want to. He don't want to uh, burn his friends unintentionally. Hand not on the trigger, over the trigger. I'm mostly quiet because I'm trying to be concentrate. Throwing guns is not my strength. Uh, I find them hard to do, hard to draw, hard to invent because like this flamethrower doesn't exist. It's just an invention. But I don't think it looks really cool. I think it looks okay. Could be better. What's happening, doggy? See, it looks fine, but doesn't look too complicated. Let's look. Don't know. Maybe fill it with black. Let's fill it with black. All things look better with black. Lots of blacks. It would be a nightmare to make this on regular. Software. Studio Paint helps a lot to do the blacks. Like they think on the necessities of the artists, made the tools thinking in the artists. With the artist necessities in mind. I don't know what I did there, but it's some kind of shape. It's random shapes. Don't know what to do. Random shapes. So I think this would be something like that. A little bit like influence, a little bit influence from Japanese armors. Okay. Just a little bit. Not too much, not too evident. As you can see the shoulder pads, these guards, like in his lower body, waist down. Mm. Random shapes works better on metal. If you're doing some metal shapes, metal surfaces, uh, the random shapes of black works really well. If you're doing a skin or something like that, you have to be a little bit more careful with your random bullshit. So here I am doing a lot of random here, random here, maybe some shading there, here and there, and it's going to look good. See, it looks good. Going to be a lazy motherfucker with this one. Lazy, really lazy. We're almost at the end of the frame, so it's fine. Just don't go lazy all the time. It's going to show up. People are going to notice, are going to say, yeah, it looks nice. Yes, nice. When you hear that, you got to listen. Listen. If they are saying, yes, it's nice. Actually, what they are saying is, that looks like shit. Man, that looks like shit. But the expression that you're looking forward is you undersell it. You're saying, I'm going to show you my comic, something that I'm doing. Okay, show me. You show it to them, and if they go, oh, wow, that looks amazing, man. No, that's for real. But if they go, yeah, it's fine. Yeah, looks like shit. You gotta do better. You got to find that. Whoa, bro. What the fuck, man? Didn't know you could draw like that. That's what you're looking for. Maybe somebody will pay for your drawing. Maybe. Okay, the more complex character is done. 2 hours. 2 hours and I'm tired. 2 hours is nothing. I got to do like 12. Obviously, I'm going to stop for cooking and eating. Just 1 second. I think I have more messages. second. The grid price. And start have if make the assign. Very appreciate it. So okay. Am I hiring this? My jobs. 1 second. Okay. Seems somebody hired me to do an artwork. So I'm going to. I will have to stop working this and start doing the high artwork. And I'm probably going to be back a little bit later in the day. So 2 hours, 2 hours worth of inking. Thank you very much for watching. I will see you later. Bye.